Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Right now, if you look at gold, then here it reacted from this order block, which we, I think, from Monday. Price broke the structure, created this order block here. Price have reacted from this order block, sweeping out the liquidity. So right now, if you look at the chart, then price have swept this liquidity yesterday, and then gave us a chain of fighter. So it broke the structure, created a chain of fighter, sweeping this liquidity. See. So it's reacting from this FVG over here. Let's see if we have any news today. So price have created this trend line liquidity. This low has been swept out here. If you look at 5 minutes, then this is a rapid movement which broke the structure and then price shifted to the upside. So we have this order block over here. If you look at 30 minutes, then we have this order block. Price have created this imbalance, and here the price swept the liquidity. It have created equal highs. So I'm looking for buy side here. Even though we had this CNF rider, but I don't see any continuation to a downside. It have reacted from this order block, sweeping this liquidity. So I think it should continue to the upside. But I want to look for a confirmation before entering. So 6 o'clock we had news. That's why price swept the liquidity. So let's see. Let's go to 1 minute. See what price is doing. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Philippus. Hello, hello, hello. IC markets. Okay. So yesterday we marked Euro USD. So this was order block on 30 minutes. This one, but price tapped out of this order block and then it went to the downside. So yesterday, if you remember, then we had this two order blocks, this one and this one. So it swept the liquidity from this high and then stocks broke the structure because yesterday we can see DXY took out this high and then price started to go up. Here also we can see price swept the liquidity. So it should continue to the upside. We can see price have created equal lows and then it should react and then again it should break. So you can look for sell side on Euro USD. Here this highs can be swept out and then it should continue to the downside on Euro USD. Let's go to 5 minutes. Then it's reacting from this order block, but it will be a fake move. It should break. And if you look clearly, then there is liquidity above this high. And we have this liquidity sweep. And if this breaks to the downside, then probably we will have an inducement. So right now, if this breaks, it took out the previous high. A lot of people will try to buy over here. And then structure break. Then we can look for sell side from this order block, which took out the previous high, which is this one. So this is something we have to look when price breaks the low. Then we will have this order block and we can look for sell side. Target the next low. Here we have this demand zone. So we can target the next low, which is this one. Let's wait for price to break. Let's wait for price to break this low. Here we can see this is the candle which create a huge wick. So the next channel should break the structure. That's when we look for sell from here. Euro US 30. So yesterday, if you remember, then I was looking for sell side from here. Price tapped, it went and it reacted from this order block. Now it's continuing to the upside. Price swept the liquidity, broke the structure. You will look for buy from here, but wait for price to create some liquidity, then look for entry from this order block. You can target the next high, which is a 1:3. See, we don't have any high, but we should keep around 1:3 minimum. EU, if internal remain bearish on Euro USD, we want price to break the structure, then only we look for sell. Right now, price is reacting, so it should create inducement before breaking the structure. So this is something I want. And if you look at 4 hour, then price is probably continuing to the downside. Price has swept the high, and it should, after sweeping this high, it should take out this low. If DXY continues to the upside, then probably we'll look for here on DXY. You can clearly see price is reacting from this breaker block and order block, which is to the downside. Let's go to 30 minutes. Here we can see there is this wick which took out the previous lows. That's why price have reacted from this high, so it should continue to the upside. and then you could look for retest. Same thing on EU. Let's manage this. Look at DXY. If you want to sell, you can look for your entry, bro. I'm not forcing you to look for it. So if you look at BTC, then we have this huge FEG to the upside. So right now, if you look at BTC, then it should, we can look for sell side from here, from this order block to the downside. Let's go to lower time frame. This is order block. Yesterday I marked, but price broke the structure. It swept out this low. I was looking for buy, but then price took out this low. We have this order block on you don't short. I suggest you. I will go long once you follow your analysis. I'm not predicting the price. I'm reacting, and I know it can happen. That's why I'm looking for sell, and that's just a liquid sweep. So if you want to follow your analysis, you can follow, right? So this is there is this order block which took out the liquidity from this low and then broke the structure. We have this huge imbalance. You can look for buy side from this order block, stop loss below this low, entry over here, and the next high will be your target. Right now, price is continuing, but it should react from this area. Gold, I'm looking for buy from this order block. We have this liquidity to the downside. Please hit the like button. So right now on gold here, if you look at, we have this 30-minute order block and there's a imbalance on 30-minute. Let's see over here. So we look for confirmation from this order block. But if you look at 5 minutes, then price took out this low. There is imbalance over here. 5 minute, 1 minute. We have this order block which took out this low. There's a breaker block to the left side, right side. There is order block over here, order flow, and then imbalance we have imbalance in the price. Let's look for buy from this. Here we have imbalance, but there is no inducement or something. So if price reacts and gives us a continuation, then then we can look for buy from here. I got the next high 1:6. On GBP also, this is yesterday's FVG. We have this whole inducement, price tapped, and now it's continuing to the downside. Price have reacted from this order block. This is a structure break. We have this liquidity. It should tap, and then you can look for sell side from here also. If you look at this on a higher time frame, for price has reacted this, we have this huge candle which closed below, sweeping this liquidity, taking the previous high. So we have this opportunity to sell GU, but I'm not satisfied with this structure break here. There is no continuation after this. See what where we can look for entry. Right now the risk reward is also it's very low, but it should continue to downside from here. Gold on like 30-minute time frame price have played this high, sweeping the liquidity, close below. So there is more liquidity to the downside. So it should go to the downside from here. If you look at 5 minutes, then it's reacting from this sort of block. You could see a reaction to the downside from here. Price took out the previous high, broke the structure, creating a trend line liquidity. So we can look for sell, but because of consolidation, I'm not looking for any entry. Let's see how this goes. I think probably US 30. Let's see. Right now, daily time frame, it's continuing upside. We don't have any sign of reversal. On 4 hour, price swept the low, previous structure, and this candle is closing with a wick. So that's what is concerning. If price creates liquidity, then you can look for a candle confirmation. Then you can look for entry. We have inducement on low time frame also. On 3 minutes, we can see the price swept out the previous low. On US 30, a lot of time what happens, price react from origin order block rather than a structure break order block. Like it can react from this order block instead of this, sweeping this low because there is no liquidity right now. So it can just sweep this low and then it can continue. This week is good only. Like on live, I think 100% trades were in the profit, I guess, this week. You can check the previous session. Okay, USD JPY. USD JPY, I think I gave this trade yesterday. If you remember, price created liquidity. We have this order block, price tapped, and like it swept the liquidity from this low. But right now, it's also sweeping the liquidity from this high, so it should continue to the downside. That's what I think on USD JPY. This is something I did analysis yesterday. Let's see how this goes. A lot of people are confused between which side it can go. But if price can break this high and it's continued downside, like it can be a inducement, but the overall structure is to the downside. So that's why I think just by looking at the DXY, I know then it can break this low. I can be wrong, but that's what my analysis is here. How did you learn SMC like this? What do you mean by like this? For mentorship details, you can message me on WhatsApp. Uh, so on XAU CAD, your price is continuing to the upside. Let's look at this here. It's consolidating over here. And we have same order block on XUV CAD, just like XUV USD, we have this order block. Price can tap and it can continue. So there is this structure break order block, and there is a order block over here, which is this one, and this one. I think yesterday we took this trade to the upside. If we look at this, then we could have got this move also. Yeah. We go to 30 minutes. If we compare both the charts to the side by side with the gold, so this is the move we got yesterday. Uh, this one, this one. Right now it's reacting to the upside from this liquidity, but we don't have enough structure to look for confirmation. That's why I'm not looking for an entry over here. Hello, hello, IT consultant. You can message me on WhatsApp for details for mentorship. So in US 30, I think we could see a reversal. See here, we had this huge imbalance, no sign of engulfing, but I think it can tap this. If this breaks, then we can look for. If this breaks, so because there was no liquidity in the structure here, it can tap this order block and it can continue because there is no liquidity to the upside. But if this fails, then we will see a liquidity sweep because here this side took out the liquidity, and if this breaks, then probably we can look for sell. But right now, I still think it should continue to the upside, tapping this order block. I'm not looking for short. I just marked this order block. So I was thinking if price continues to downside, not looking for any entry right now. It's just consolidating. If you see here from, I think from 10 hours, it's consolidating over here from 10 o'clock till 7 o'clock. We can see prices consolidating in one range only. So it's better to look for a breakout in this region. Then we can look for an entry. Hit the like button. BTC, I think it should continue to the upside from this order block. It's a 30-minute order block. So on BTC, we can see this pattern very consistent. It always tap the origin order block rather than tapping a breaker block or something. Here we can see price tap the origin order block. Here 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 same thing. So the pattern is very consistent. So let's wait for price to tap this order block instead of looking at this buy. Probably it will fail, it will react, creating a trend line liquidity, and then it will sweep and it will continue. So that's what I'm looking for. I think on Sol USDT, I gave this entry also yesterday. Price took out the low, structure break, tapped order block, it's continuing to the upside. So you could see the same pattern. Let's go to 30 minutes over here. There is a huge imbalance, but because there is a structure mitigation, it's not fully mitigated. Let's go at entry. Okay. On 50 minutes, it has been mitigated. Here, price broke the structure. We have this order block where we can look for entry. There is imbalance, so keep this in mind. So if price breaks this low, it have already created trend line liquidity. So if this breaks, then we have two zones, this one and this one for entries. So divide your risk over here. Do you share signals on your entry? Yes, I do. So on Euro USD, let's look at DXY again. Here, price have fully engulfed this low, this low. Let's wait for price to break this structure. If this breaks, then we'll see a reversal coming in. Can you repeat the gold setup? Okay, so we have two order blocks over here. We have this one, and there is another order block. Two imbalances. Right now, it's consolidating in this area. So I want price to sweep this liquidity, this whole area. So we have this liquidity. I want price to sweep this liquidity, and then we can look for buy side. If you look at high of gold, then there is this order block. So price is just creating liquidity here. Even if it continues, then we could see reaction to downside. So this doesn't mean it cannot break this high. It can break this high, but we could see a downside, strong reaction downside. Like sweeping this liquidity, something like this can happen. Yes, yes. Euro GBP. Right now, you can see price create this huge. We have order block to the left side. It's reacting, but we don't have any change of pattern. If you look at 4 hour, then price took out the previous highest liquidity. If you look at 5 minutes, then you could look for sell from this order block over here. You can target the next low of this order block, this low. I think it have already tapped. Price haven't tapped this high, so you can look for sell from this order block to the left side, to the downside. On 1 hour, there is no price is not showing wick. If you go to 30 minutes, it's showing a wick. I don't know why this is happening. If you look at 1 hour, the price is not tapping this entry. If you go to 50 minutes, it's tapping it almost price tap this wick. So you will see on Euro GBP, price swept all this liquidity. We have this all this trend line liquidity. So this push was not to create another next high. It was just to sweep the liquidity. That's why I think it should continue to the downside. It's reacting from this sort of block. Please hit the like button. It's sweeping the liquidity, I think so. So right now, price have created this high, tap this on the block. There is liquidity sweep. We can look for buy side with less risk. Here, let's see how this goes. So it should continue from this high to the upside. Right now, we don't have any strong liquidity sweep. We have only this low, which took out the liquidity. So should we go for buy side? Yeah, I got the next. So let's look for buy here. Keep risk like 0.25%, very real. Let's see how this goes. If this fails, then we look for buy from here. Let me see on lower time frame what it's doing. Yes, enter with less risk, okay, because there is no liquidity sweep on a higher time frame. Just looking for continuation. You can enter here. Logic is simple. Price took out the liquidity from this low, and then price created this high. We have this imbalance, 5-minute imbalance. Price took out the previous lows. This toe low were took out by this candle, and price broke the candle over here. Keep entry. You can enter over here. Enter with less risk. Okay. This candle has flipped to the downside, so that's what is very concerning. Please hit the like button. There is no moment at all. It's like consolidating only. There is a 1 minute FUG price is expecting a break will set us higher. Yes, there is this order block over here. It can react, sweep this liquidity, and then it should continue. But let's see. There will be always some kind of order blocks or FVGs which can make price react to the downside. But we have to keep our analysis, keep faith in our analysis. When we are looking for entry, we always try to come up with some new excuses to get to close the trade or exit from this trade. We try to see order blocks from left side, then we see that it can now, let's say it can react from this order block now. So let's get out. This is something we actually do because our brain wants to get us out of that fear, and fear only go from your brain when you will be not looking for any entry, when you don't have any entry going on. I've entered with less risk because if you look at 50 minutes, then price took out this low here, and the candle, the momentum which broke the structure has been shifted to the upside. So that's why I'm looking for buy. I'm selling. It's consolidating. So maybe I'm wrong over here because from if you see price from 10 o'clock, then it's consolidating. So what can happen? It can continue upside or it can hit your stop loss and then it can continue downside. So something, both of the things can happen. But I'm entering because if you look at this low, price took out the liquidity from this low and created this wick. Here, price gave us a change of pattern. That's why I'm looking for buy side. Liquidity grab is over here. This is liquidity grab only. So if price sweeps the liquidity from this low, then there will be liquidity above this high. So price should take this liquidity, something like this. But it's consolidating. That's why I have less risk. If only this 50-minute call close bullish, we are go. Yes. Please hit the like button. The original stop loss, if this breaks, then if this breaks to the upside, then we can put our stop loss below this low. So we are risking around half. Okay. Let's wait for price to break this. And after this high, we can go to break even. Right now it's consolidating, so it can just hit our entry and then it can continue. So right now we can see price took out this liquidity. If this candle closes above, then we could see a bullish rally. See on 2 minutes here, price is sweeping this liquidity, and if it continues, then we could see a reaction. So right now, I'm not thinking like I don't know if it can break the all-time high, but I'm looking for price to at least take out this equal highs, and it should continue. So if price react from this low and it induces the previous structure again breaks this high, then we can look for buy side from that also, from that high also. Price is moving very slowly right now. Here on 30 minutes, we can see we have only one bearish candle which took out this high, and that too because there was news on USD. But if you look at 30-minute chart, like 30-minute candlesticks, then it's closing. It's engulfing the previous highs, like previous candles, and it's continued upside. That's why I'm looking for buy. The momentum is to the buy side. Here we only had this reaction because of news. Please hit the like button. Unfortunately, I have to go. You will stream tomorrow, London session. I enjoyed your visit. Thank you. No, I'm only streaming New York session. But let's see. If you're enjoying this, please hit the like button. Please do live more often. I have been streaming for at least 2 months straight right now. I'm there every day.
Today was the orders.
Finally, price broke this high. So we could see reaction to the upside. Is he gonna retest? Okay, I think right now it's not uh, breaking the structure with the force. So it's moving to the upside. Gold is stronger than USD, but the problem is it's breaking very slowly. So I don't think there will be any sweep of liquidity. Like it's sweeping on 1 minute. Right now it have created too much trend line liquidity, but still the momentum is to the upside. So the overall momentum is to the upside. It's gradually going to the upside. Here only we have this liquidity, this sweep of liquidity. Price have tapped this order block. So it should continue, but it's drifting very slowly over here. So that's it for today's session. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.